I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading today. The theme, and this came out during my pre-shuffle, is expansion. So we'll see the deeper meaning of this per pile, what we're expanding on. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3 right here. Hi, pile number 1. Let's see. We have the word focus. This is focusing on where you can address your fears better. It's fears surrounding love. There's a karmic cycle that's being broken right now around fear. And this is deeply ingrained within your DNA. This is either your soul's DNA or your generational DNA. So generationally speaking, let's say if there are a lot of just poor relationships within the family and you're afraid of repeating that cycle, for some of you that's something that's being stirred up in your life right now that you're addressing. Now, what I wanted to mention too during the beginning is that this has no set timeline. Okay, I'm not putting a set timeline on this reading, so this is no pressure on you. This could be happening immediately, or this could be over the course of years, months, I don't know, whatever this means for you, but this is something that is happening. Okay, my intention was set for each pile. This should resonate for you, but how this manifests in your life is obviously going to be different, right? What you need in your life is to be treated like royalty, whether that's something that you associate with or not. You know, maybe you're someone who's very humble and oh, I really don't need that, I don't desire that. But I see that being part of the kind of person that you need in your life. And this could even be yourself, right? This could be you treating yourself like royalty. We have the 3 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the 3 of Cups. Yeah. This is a person coming in for you or is currently in your life, because some of you that are watching this are pregnant. Some of you are pregnant or trying for a baby. And that's bringing up those questions in your life of how do I become the best parent I can, right? Or how do I set myself up in my life in order to become the best person I can so that I can have the family that I feel I deserve? What do I need to do to achieve these things? What fears do I have in my life that I need to address so that I can transform into who I feel I deserve to be, a life that I deserve to have, and to have that partner in my life that is going to treat me in the best way possible, nourishing, nurturing, loving, expanding your family, right? Expanding your awareness when it comes to how to be treated in a relationship and what love, like the capabilities of true love. I see celebration here. I see celebration and moving in from the 3 of Wands into the 4 of Wands. Like, this is how I imagine it. Is the 3 of Wands is you, it's you and your person on 2 separate timelines, moving into a place of the 4 of Cups, of union, of celebration, of marriage, of love. And marriage doesn't have to be the legal side of marriage, but it could be the union of 2 people, right? The symbolism behind marriage. And the 3 of Cups, with celebrating this union, is developing a friendship and developing something that is sustaining, right? All the best relationships, the most concrete relationships, form on a solid foundation of friendship. And I see that here where you're taking care, I'm saying you, but it's both of you, you're taking care individually of the things that need to happen in your life in order to make this plan towards a better future together. And they're gonna come in, if they're not here already, to say, hey, like, I have everything that you deserve. I have everything that I can provide for you. I've prepared myself. I can meet you where you are. I can be everything for you. This is someone who's honoring their struggles. This is someone who maybe at the time of you meeting them was struggling and they were ashamed of that, and they could have pulled back from you. They could have pulled back from this relationship. They could have pulled back from forming a friendship with you. Okay, there's distance. This could also be an indication of their being distanced prior to what's going to happen for you, which is a union, right? And they're going to come in full force. When they come in, they know that they need to be 100% ready. And they're preparing, and they've actually been preparing for quite some time. They're going to provide you with everything that you are looking for as far as what they think that they can provide for you, which is passion, stability, friendship, emotional stability, emotional maturity, leaving the past in the past, but also honoring it and not running from it. And you're in that space as well. You're in a space of recognizing where you may have run from your emotions, where you may have repeated karmic cycles. And this is in particular with yourself. I don't feel like this is indicative of how you've treated past relationships. For some of you, yes, but I think this has a lot to do with family or friendships. It's not so much about relationships where people have betrayed you or people have let you down or you were just around toxicity that you don't want to have in your life. You don't want to have that repeat in your love life. And so you're looking, you're observing, and you're realizing that the key to your heart, the key to expanding your love for a healthy relationship is through developing yourself, developing a friendship first, figuring out how you can provide for yourself, how you can protect yourself, and how you can be ready for someone that is as intense as this person that you desire. Because for a lot of you, I feel that you know who they are. This is someone from your past. This is someone that you've known for quite some time. For those of you who don't know them, I think you're going to meet them at a time where either I think they would have just become this person then that I described, who's really ready for a relationship, but they're going to be laser focused on you. So you're going to know, okay, if you have not met them yet, they're going to be laser focused on you. If you already did, then you knew there were feelings there and they gave you mixed messages. They may have ran from you. They may have started a relationship elsewhere because they had their own karma to deal with, right? They had their own life lessons to work on. I didn't intend for this to be, I didn't have any clear intentions for this other than what information needs to come through for you guys. I just wasn't expecting it to be a love reading, but I feel this is very clear. So if this doesn't resonate at all, then this isn't your pile, okay? Because this is the only message that I'm getting in here for you. Is working on yourself is bringing in this person. We have prioritize and all is well. So this is confirmation that what you're doing, don't stress too much. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong or you're overthinking and overanalyzing. And maybe for a lot of you, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this to happen, or you feel like there's a particular person in mind that is the only person for you, and you just are waiting for things to happen. The time is happening, but there's transformation that needs to occur still on both sides. And so here it's finding that hidden blessing in this waiting period, right? So it's prioritizing yourself and prioritizing your needs in the meantime, because if you're spending all this time pining over someone, then you're missing the lesson in between. You're missing all of this free time that you have, this ability for you to focus on yourself and to work on yourself and to work on everything around you, your environment, in order to get ready for when this happens, because they're doing everything on their end. They are. I don't see them focusing or fantasizing or worrying about another person. If they're in a relationship with someone right now, their focus has already shifted towards bettering themselves, and that's acknowledging the fact that what they're currently in is not healthy. Where they're at right now is punishment for themselves, is how they feel, is some sort of punishment, karmic punishment. That's how they feel. That's not necessarily what it is. It's they're in that situation so that they can better understand and learn who they want to become for someone like you. You know, if they didn't feel this way in the relationship that they're in, like if they didn't go through this pain and emotional lack, then they probably wouldn't have gotten to the point of yearning for real love and understanding real love. And I think there is confirmation here for a lot of you that if you have a specific person in mind, that maybe they do have the key to your heart, but right now they don't have the qualities that you're looking for. Okay, they're not where they need to be for you. And if you acknowledge, you already know that, but I think because the pull, the magnetic pull between you guys is so strong, that you overlook it because it's unconditional towards them, right? That love for them is unconditional, and that love is actually helping you address your fears a little bit more, right? And this distance, I feel, is allowing you to safely break away from those fears. So that's kind of one of the hidden blessings here, right? Is being able to work on yourselves without that intensity being too much, by being too close to them, because they feel the exact same way. I feel this is a reflection of how they feel towards you, but this distance needs to occur for right now, because when you guys come together, it's going to be intense. And I feel like they recognize that, and they know that once they're with you, they're not going to be able to pull away from it as easily or at all. And so it's better to be in a place of being fully ready, so that when you are together, there isn't a lot to work out, right? There's not a lot of issues there that they need to work out that could potentially sabotage this. It needs to happen at the right time. And if you guys aren't ready, then I feel the divine, like your guardian angels and your higher self, are going to intervene. And they're going to kind of make it a little bit more difficult. Of course, I think with free will, you might have the ability to really force this, but you don't want to do that, because it's going to happen. You just need to be patient with yourself and work on getting yourself fully prepared, just like they are, because it's going to be a lot more satisfying. It's going to be a lot more relieving when you guys come together and you don't have all of these other small things to worry about and insecurities to worry about and work on together. Like, this should be done separate, right? It should be done separately, so that you can approach this from a clean slate, from a friendship point of view. and you don't have a lot of this, even though it is unconditional, you don't have a lot of forgiving that needs to be done, right? And a lot of arguments or financial stresses, things that come with a lot of relationships. But I don't see that that's supposed to happen for you guys, right? So that's going to be my reading. I'm going to end that here, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. This is going to be your reading. Something I did not mention with the other pile, or at the very beginning, was it's not only timeless, but this has no particular time frame for this. This could be within the span of the next couple hours, days, years, so on and so forth, okay? This is just something that needs to be communicated to you, or should be communicated to you, and you can analyze this in a way that will make sense to you, because this should just be confirmation for your intuition, right? Something that you already know or feeling is going to be happening for you. So we have creating space. This is creating space for peace. This is expanding your heart space, and also being able to verbalize how you truly feel and saying it in a more peaceful and diplomatic way for people. I think there was a lot of blockage with expressing your feelings towards a particular person, or just people in general. There could have been anxiety or depression, just reasons for you to feel like you can't effectively speak your mind. And so now you are being able to have a healthier and more peaceful and balanced place where you feel safe enough to express yourself. See a little bit more. I'm going to grab some tarot to see if there's anything else that can help us with this. We have 8 of Cups, Queen of Cups, Princess of Swords. Why is this so interesting to me, the Princess of Swords? I feel like there were people around you, okay? Okay, this is a dual message. For you, sometimes I feel like you were actually presenting yourself as an ice queen, when in reality you're the Queen of Cups, which is this nurturing, loving, compassionate, kind, lovable person. But you were walking away with this, with the 8 of Cups. It's you walking away from friendships, from relationships, from building something with people, because you were afraid. Because you were afraid, maybe, or skeptical of their goodness, of their purity, because you have been hurt in the past by people. You were hurt by people who portrayed themselves as being kind and generous people, when instead they ended up stabbing you in the back, right? And so now you're in this place where your guardian angels are coming in and saying, it's okay now, you're safe now, and it's time to start allowing people in, because you have, through separating yourself from people, I don't feel like you did anything wrong. I really don't. If you feel like you should apologize to someone, or try and mend relationships, then by all means, yes. And I do see a transformation in you being able to speak more freely, in coming from a place of truth and honesty of how you really feel. But I think this was also divine protection. It was allowing you to really acknowledge that you want nurturing relationships, you want kind people in your life, and you were coming from a place of fear and stress, because you had opened up your heart, you had allowed people in, and they did betray you. So this is your time to figure out where your boundaries are. And it's okay to put a wall up for some time because maybe you weren't ready before. Maybe you weren't ready, and had you let your walls down, had you let, you know, your passions guide you, then you would have gotten in more trouble, you know, like friendship trouble, relationship trouble, whatever it is. It would have led you somewhere that you wouldn't have been happy about, and it would have just burned to the ground. So sometimes that does have to happen, and sometimes other people have to face the brunt of it as well. And it's okay. It's okay, because you can transform, you can change, you can have this other, like, second or third opportunity, even with the people who, you know, you're not the only intuitive person, right? Like, people have gone through the same or similar experiences as far as being fearful with developing friendships or relationships. They've shut people out. They've been cold towards people. They've gone through depression. They've gone through anxiety. It's just sometimes people act or react in different ways. So there's no harm in being open and honest about who you are, what kind of person or experiences you've been through, and how you react. And if they choose, it's up to them to choose whether to accept you back or not. And, you know, it's the whole point and the whole process of it is that you're being true to yourself, and the right people will come in that will be able to be your equal. They can be your match now, right? Relationship harmony. So this is just confirmation again that you are, and take back your power. So and they both have rainbows, by the way. So that's really beautiful. So I feel that you guys should start working on, if you haven't, I feel for the majority of you, you're at least mentally in that space of realizing, okay, something needs to change as far as like my lifestyle or like healthy habits, right? So it can start with just simply eating more healthy, like eating better, getting out there, like just spending some time outside, like barefoot, in nature, on the beach, somehow connecting back again with yourself and again with nature, because that's important, because that's a remembrance of your soul. When you connect to nature, that's very pure, and it's very satisfying, and it's nourishing for you on a soul level. So doing that will also, it's not just going to lift your mood, but it's also going to bring you around certain people. I feel like you're going to be able to feel more like yourself again, and you're going to run into someone, I feel. If you go to a park or you go to a mall, like it's somewhere expansive is what I'm seeing. Back with this. This is the expansion that I see for you guys, is you're in an expansive area, like an outdoor concert or an arena. Again, somewhere big, and you're going to run into someone or meet someone or a group of people, and it's going to make you feel really, really good. It's either going to connect you to a place or like a mental place that you haven't been in a long time, where it's like, so this is what it's like to meet new people, or to reconnect with friends, or to be outside again and hang out and just feel good and laugh and just talk, have small talk, right? This is what it feels like. Or it's that belief for yourself or fantasy for yourself that's not, it's not a fantasy, it's something that can come true for you, where you realize, so this is what it feels like to have this, right? And with relationship harmony, this says exactly, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So if there are arguments or conflicts that you've had with other people, that is being taken care of behind the scenes through the divine realm. If you haven't had any of this, and this is just, again, something about yourself, this is forming a better relationship with yourself, and it's energetically drawing people in. Okay, so it's bringing more people into your life that are your equal match, your energetic match, and that will help you become a better you, which is a healthier you, a happier you. All right, so that's my reading. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. We have wellness. This is health and happiness, you guys. Health and happiness. I guess these are the ones that want to come out. So I'm seeing you, well, exactly like this picture, meditating and having a one-on-one with yourself and expanding your mind, expanding your beliefs, expanding your spirituality, being more in touch with your own spiritual truths, your journey through this life, and connecting with your angels more. We have the Prince of Wands, the Queen of Swords, 3 of Cups, Empress, 6 of Cups, yeah. And I feel this is a past life. I'm connecting the 6 of Cups with a 3 of Cups. This is either a past friendship, like from your childhood. I don't feel this is not letting go of the past or anything. I think this is you remembering things of your past lives, or something from your childhood. And it's a specific person or an event, like it could be even like a birthday party or school, something important there that you're remembering and connecting to, and you're connecting with your emotions a lot deeper than you ever have before, and it's bringing you into this really divine and powerful place. It's a place where you're starting to strategize of what direction you want to go in life. It's connecting you more and bringing you more energy to follow your passions and to follow what you've been wishing for, dreaming of, or just kind of like, I use fantasy in another one, but it's not really a fantasy. It's just what you've wanted for a long time. And you're working towards it. You're actively working towards it. It's like you're setting your intentions clear. I don't like really using the word manifesting because I feel like that's kind of been manipulated a lot now and like perverted in a lot of ways. But essentially it is manifesting by definition, where you are creating this reality through your visions. You're realizing what it is that you're making your intentions absolutely clear. A lot of you are going to be traveling to places you haven't been before that you've always wanted to go to. This could also even be if some of you are yogis. It's like a yoga retreat or somewhere that you're going to feel more at peace. You're going to really embrace the architecture there because it's going to be old architecture, or it's going to be somewhere that's tropical and you're going to embrace the life and the history of that place. There's a lot of happiness coming in for you guys that is associated with a person or even a child. So whether someone in your family or your friend group or you yourself are having a child, that's bringing a lot of happiness and celebration. You could even be having visions of your future child or a child from your past life that you had. I think you're going to have a vision of, it's connecting from your past life, and it's from what you promised yourself in a past life of where you wanted the direction of your next life to go, because in your past life you were aware of your spirituality and you were aware of the progression of your soul to some capacity, and you promised yourself and your guardian angels had put this promise into place as well before you came into this lifetime of what the vision of your future. So let me backtrack. So what I was saying about this fantasy is this vision you have of your future. And you've had this vision since you were a child, or maybe you were even seeing a particular place in your visions that you thought was just like so out there or unattainable, or you didn't even know where it was or what it was. Okay? And if this doesn't 100% resonate with you, then you're going to have a dream of this that's going to connect you back to this. Or if you're meditating, which you don't even have to sit in like some yoga pose to meditate, you guys. You can literally just zone out and meditate. And you're going to have a vision of your future in this life. And that's going to energize you to start chasing after that dream. You're going to start having a lot more energy that's going to move you towards refining your life to follow this path. Sensitivity, because you're becoming your senses are much more heightened lately. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I mentioned it in the last two piles. This has no specific timeline, so this can happen within days, months, years. But for you in particular, this pile, I do feel like this is happening very, very soon, if not right now. Right now, the sensitivity is happening. You're becoming a lot more sensitive and hyper aware of your surroundings, other people's feelings, because it's preparing you for this vision, because you're connecting more spiritually. So all of this sensitivity, it's like, you know, like before a tornado, and then, well, for some of you, do you know? But before a tornado, you can sense there's a change in the atmosphere, right? And so your primal instincts are kicking in, like, warning, there's something going on here. And that's essentially what's happening, because you're being readied for this vision, for this energy. Brilliant idea. It's divinely guided, okay? This energy that you're receiving is divinely guided, so make sure your intentions, you're going to get this vision, but just start writing things down. Start writing down what you want to do, how to tackle it, and how to move forward, because you don't want to have all this extra energy and just be running in circles like, I know I need to do something, but what should I do? You know, so it'll just make it a lot easier for you if you do that. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm getting for your reading, that you've already planted the seeds for this, whether you're aware of this or not. So harvest time is here, and it's really almost time for you to really enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. So essentially labor time is coming, right? Harvesting and that laborious part. But it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be joyful, it's going to be exciting. So this isn't going to feel like hard work, it's going to feel like passion for you. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.